You know, in high-stakes fields like public health, having an AI that's super powerful but totally unpredictable, well, that's more of a problem than a solution. The real challenge isn't just about making AI smarter, it's about making it trustworthy. So how do we crack open that black box and actually rely on it? We're about to explore a brand new framework that's designed to do just that.
All right, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to dig into the AI trust problem. Then we'll introduce a guided solution called the GAIN model. We'll see how it works in the real world, break down the strengths of humans versus machines, and finally, look ahead to the future of this kind of collaboration.
Okay, so let's get right to it. The core issue with AI today really boils down to this clash between its incredible power and its, let's face it, often unpredictable nature. It can chew through mountains of data in seconds, but we don't always have a clue how it got to its answers.
And that leads us to the million-dollar question. When we're talking about things that really matter, like our health and our safety, can you really afford to put your faith in a tool that you don't fully understand? Solving this trust gap is pretty much the biggest hurdle we face. So to fix this, we need more than just fancier algorithms. What we really need is a whole new playbook for how humans and AI work together. And that's exactly where the GAIN model comes into the picture. It's a framework built from the ground up to create a real partnership between human experts and artificial intelligence. So what is GAIN? Well, it stands for Guided Artificial Intelligence Needs, and its whole purpose is to build a bridge between that raw digital number crunching and the nuanced real-world experience that only human experts have. It's about making sure the tech works for us, not the other way around. The way it works is actually pretty simple. It's all based on a 1 to 10 scale. Think of it like a trust dial. A low score, like a 1 to a 4, means a task absolutely needs a human in the driver's seat. The middle of the road, a 5 or a 6, that's a true partnership. And a high score, up at 7 to 10, that's when the AI has earned enough trust to handle things more on its own. A really great way to picture this is thinking about a pilot and the autopilot in a cockpit. The GAIN score is basically the pilot assessing the situation and deciding just how much they can trust the autopilot for one specific task, like cruising at altitude. It's not about replacing the pilot, not at all. It's about clearly defining how they work together safely. Okay, enough with the theory. Let's see how this thing actually works in the real world. And a perfect place to test the GAIN model is in a field that's invisible but absolutely critical to our health, managing indoor air quality. So why is this the perfect example? Because our indoor environment, the air we're breathing right now, is shaped by all these invisible factors, tons of complex variables. And, of course, the stakes are super high. It directly impacts our health. This is exactly the kind of situation where just letting an unguided AI run wild could cause more harm than good. And this quote just nails it. When you're dealing with something as complex as the air inside a hospital or a school, a generic one-size-fits-all AI just won't cut it. You need a system that's specialized for the job and, this is the crucial part, validated by actual human professionals. So, for example, let's say we ask an AI to summarize all the potential air quality problems in an office building. The first draft it spits out might get a GAIN score of a 5 or 6. That score basically says, okay, this is a decent start, but it formally flags that you need a major dose of human insight to turn this into something you can actually rely on. This brings us right to the heart of the partnership, a clear, smart division of labor. The whole GAIN model is built on assigning tasks to whoever or whatever is best at them. It's about playing to the unique strengths of both the AI and the human expert. So on one side, you have the AI. It's an absolute beast when it comes to raw data. It can tear through thousands of scientific studies, spot patterns we'd never see, and whip up a first draft of a safety guide in no time. But then the human expert steps in. They provide the sanity check. Does this data actually make sense in the real world? They add all the nuance, like knowing about a local policy that changes everything. And maybe most importantly, they provide the ethical oversight, catching things like digital redlining, where data could accidentally lead to unfair outcomes. So here's what that workflow actually looks like. First, the AI gobbles up all the data. Then it synthesizes it into a draft report. Next comes the most critical step. Human experts review it, giving it that sanity check, adding context, and making sure it's ethically sound. And only after passing that rigorous human review does it become verified, trustworthy content. So what's the big picture here? What's the ultimate goal?
It's all about building a reliable engine that can consistently take messy, raw data and turn it into verified, actionable intelligence that we can all finally trust.
And this part is absolutely crucial. The system is designed so that the human experts, say an indoor health council, always have the final say. They're the ones who sign off on the scientific integrity of the work. The AI is a phenomenally powerful tool, but the humans are firmly in charge.
Now, what's really cool is that this system is built to learn and evolve. As an AI gets better and better, maybe it starts getting fed real-time data from sensors inside a building. Its gain score for that task can actually go up. As our trust in it grows, we can give it more autonomy, maybe bumping its score up to a 7 or an 8.
And while we've been focusing on indoor air, you can probably see how a model like this could be used almost anywhere. Think about public health, managing huge facilities, or even healthcare. I mean, you'd never want an AI to completely replace a doctor, but a framework like GAIN could define a safe and incredibly effective partnership.
So, this all leaves us with a really powerful question to think about. If we can build a trusted partnership with AI for something as fundamental and personal as the very air we breathe, what seemingly impossible challenge should we tackle next?